In this video, I'll share 3 practical ways to get rid of exam stress. If you pay attention, you will see that this exam stress is coming from lack of confidence. The more you protect your confidence, the more you increase it, you will find you are able to deal with this exam stress. As you also know that it is really hard to protect our confidence during the exam time, because there is no point before exam there we can say, I have studied enough. There is always something remaining. There is always something unrevised. And if you see the syllabus is vast, it is so deep and so vast. So how are you going to be fully prepared? Well, that is the question, and this very thing is making you stressed out. It is natural, but this stress can harm your performance in the exam hall, which is why I am sharing 3 practical ways for getting rid of this. If you protect your confidence, then you will not have any problem to deal with exam stress. And there is one incredible way to protect your confidence, which is positive self-talk. And now see the 3 ways through which you can increase this positive self-talk in yourself. 1. Remind yourself what you have done. Our confidence comes from achievements of our things. If you remind yourself what have you done in the past, you will increase belief in yourself. In the same way, Jamwant reminded Hanuman about his strength. Jamwant reminded Hanuman about his capabilities, his infinite power. And when he remembered, that time he jumped from the sea and he went to the Lanka. Same as Hanuman, our power is also dormant. It is hidden. We have to unleash it, and that we can unleash with confidence. So this confidence comes from reminding things which we have done in the past. Now you will say that I am just 25 years old and I have not accomplished anything, or I have not done that many things in my life. No, you have done. You can list out, you have achieved something great in your life, no matter how small it is, but that was great for you. Maybe you got fail in the exam, then you attempted and you cleared it. There you face failure, you get up from the setback and then you achieved. You can note it down. You can note it down the accomplishments, small accomplishments also. You can note it down appreciations people talked about you. Small prizes, rewards, you can mention that. You can mention about your challenges you dealt with. You can mention about difficulties you faced and then you rose up. You can mention about helping people. You can mention about staying unaffected or working in spite of difficulties. Just mention small accomplishments, what you have done in the past. Make this list of 20 to 30 points, and then you will see, if you are silently looking at those points, you will see increase in a surge of energy. You will see that your attention is shifting from problems to solutions. You will see that your attention is shifting from stress to confidence, and this is how you become confident, and this is how you increase positive self-talk in yourself, by reminding yourself how good you are or what you have done. Point number 2, let negative thoughts have their own time. If you see, when you are approaching a difficult situation, that time, the attack of negative thoughts is so severe and you cannot see any way to take control of them. At this time, the more you are fighting these thoughts, the stronger they are becoming. The more you are standing in the opposition of them, the louder their voice is becoming. And you will see there seems to be no way to cope up with this. At this point, don't fight. Just try to understand your enemy and then you defeat it. Here comes courage. Have courage to see the negative side of your personality. Have courage to watch your negative thoughts objectively from a distance. And when you watch it, then you will see that you don't really have to fight this enemy. You just have to ignore it. You just have to stay on the field and ignore it. When you are ignoring these thoughts, not fighting them, just watching them, you will see that they are passing away. And when they'll get passed out after time, then you can shift your focus to other things. You can shift your focus to the list which you made, the list of your accomplishment. And this is how you keep being positive during the exam days. This is how you keep increase the quantity of positive self-talk in you, by not fighting negative thoughts, just looking at it objectively and then focusing on something positive, not fighting it out, because fighting acknowledges their presence. With this very fighting with negative thoughts, you are giving the importance, and with more fighting and more importance, they are becoming louder. You don't have to fight them. Just watch, ignore, and move to other things. Point number 3, focus on your strengths. When you are approaching an exam, that time we remember what is left from the study. Because syllabus is so vast, there is always something remaining. There will be always something that will get left from your study, that will get unrevised. So here, the normal tendency of students is to look at this lack, to focus on this lack. What is remaining? Oh, this is remaining. I have to prepare. Oh, that is remaining. I have to prepare. So in this panic, you are getting more stress. because you are focusing on your weakness, you are focusing on what has been left. But this is the time you have to focus on your strengths. You have to focus on what have you studied. You have to focus on how deeply you have studied. You have to focus on what have you revised. When you will focus on strengths, the subjects you really got and hold of, the topics you really revised, the things which you really understood. If you are focusing on these things, your strengths, through which you can go in the exam hall silently, confidently, if you see, our biggest challenge is to remain calm in the exam hall. And for that, we are doing these things. We are focusing on strengths, focusing on what have you studied, how deeply have you studied, what have you revised, the things you understood, the things, the subjects you really got hold of. When you focus on these things, that time you will see that you are becoming confident and you will increase positive self-talk. You will see that, oh, I have studied these things. I have been preparing for 2 years and now I can proudly say that I can approach an exam hall with confidence and I can really do my best and I have studied enough. No matter what has been left, you have to approach the exam hall in a way where you are talking yourself that you prepared enough, that you prepared absolutely. Before going to the exam hall, you have to say yourself, I have studied everything. Nothing has been left. This winning mentality you have to get into and then you can get into the exam hall. Because if you see, success lies in a fearless frame of mind. This quote is worth repeating, success lies in a fearless frame of mind. But when you focus on what has been left, you focus on lack, you invite stress, you get fearful. As I mentioned, victory lies in a fearless frame of mind. And you can achieve this fearless frame of mind by focusing on what have you studied, how deeply have you studied, the things you revised, the subjects you really got hold of. If you focus on these things, you will get into a fearless frame of mind because you're focused on strengths. The great power of our focus and thoughts is it increases with repetitions. Doing repetitions of negative thoughts, they will increase their power. If you are using repetitions of positive thoughts, they'll increase their power. Which is why you have to focus on strengths. You have to increase this positive talk. You have to remember what have you done. And sometimes you also have to allow some negative thoughts in your mind. Just to watch them, just to recognize them. Let them have their own place, their time. They will move away. But most of the time you are focusing on positive self-talk that you can do. One, reminding yourself what have you done in the past. Second, letting negativity has its own time. Third, focusing on your strengths. Well, these are 3 practical ways to get rid of exam stress. If you have any questions about stress, anxiety, you can comment me. I can answer that. I will create a video on that. Well, thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel for becoming a leader in your life. Thank you very much.